Oh, Jesus. HK is 10 levels behind the rest of the party. HK mod? As in, not a part of the, or part of the restored content mod, I'm guessing? Yeah, I figure if I've got 10 levels to level him up, then I can probably get him. I should be able to get him fully on whatever Master Flurry for guns is. Or blasters, excuse me. Don't know what I'm doing with him, but it occurred to me at the last second I might need security for him. Oh shit. I know I've asked you guys this question before, but it's been a while. Does Constitution actually do anything for droids? Does it still increase hit points? Because they can't use implants, right? So I'm assuming it's more like KOTOR 1? As far as, like, usefulness goes? Just health? Okay. Thank you. Still, we'll take him up to a 14, I think. I do have energy shields, this is true. Oh. Oh, I thought I had... There's Master Rabbit Shot. Look like you could use some touch-up paint there, HK. Looking a little faded. I'm guessing since this is where I was planted, this is where I was supposed to go.
Statement. The turbolith has been accessed, but no organics or hostiles have been detected entering the complex. Query. Is there a sensor malfunction? Irritated statement. The probability of such a malfunction is extremely low. Order. Run a scan of all units within the complex. Processing. Scan commencing. Result. Only HK units detected. Premonition. Something is wrong. Very wrong.
How does a droid have premonition? HK-47, you've infiltrated the hidden HK factory on Telos. Find a way to get to the manufacturing facility so you can destroy the HK-50s as their choice. I completely forgot that I had not touched his gear in a long ass time. Not laser beams, maser beams. I don't even know what that is. DC-14 knockdown is interesting. It says incompatible with modern upgrades, but it also says fully upgradable. Okay. To 25 and a +1 attack modifier, not half bad. Maybe I'll give him the knockdown one as his other weapon. Battle upgrade is good. Battle upgrade is better than the current, and I think the best I've got. Holy shit. Carbonite emitter. Paralyzed 100% for 15 seconds. DC 20 for half damage. Paralyzed reduced to 9 seconds. That's still brutal. The ion thing doesn't list a different damage amount against droids. So if it's 20 points against everything, even like droids and humans alike, then arguably the carbonite emitter is the better one to go with because it does double the damage. The only reason that wouldn't be the case is if the ion one actually does more than 20 points of damage against droids and it just doesn't say that. I don't know why I switched the Ion Striker to the other side instead of... I don't know. I still don't really know how defense relates to dexterity. Because it doesn't seem to be directly related. There was something I was trying where raising and lowering my dex was not changing my defense by the amount that I assumed it would, based on the change in my dex modifier, so I don't know. Oh, his current defense is 41, so he's basically okay there. Yeah, the reflex saves I think are more important on that one. That's good. Unity grid. Got all the super OP droid stuff because I never take the droids out. I imagine he feels pretty good to... I was gonna say something to the effect of, like, get his swords bloody, but since he's not... doesn't have a sword, I was gonna say blaster, but then that doesn't make sense either, so I'm just giving up for now. I assume blowing up the reactor core would blow up the whole building, right? I have the spikes for it. Thank you, T3. Level looks to be a sub-level to the military base. Extensive droid manufacturing facility located on the level below. Okay, so I need to go down. Manufacturing facility, however, sealed off with security doors. These doors can only be opened if there's an emergency drop in power or if the manufacturing facility is threatened. Broken down in 3 separate centers. Munitions center, control center, and reactor core. Military tracking, Tilo surface, atmosphere communications. Like it also governs all the communications taking place in the complex. Be useful. Testing droid operations, construction, maintenance. Backup reactor core to the level above. Okay. Also regulates power to the manufacturing. Ah, that might be the ticket. Regulates power to the manufacturing plant below. Okay, well. It's a fun little side mission there. However, fortunately, that is where I'm going to have to leave it for tonight because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm mental faculties going to sleep very quickly. Next time, HK Factory, depending on how long that takes. Malachor 5? Yeesh. Scary but intriguing. So many mysteries, oh my god. Freya is on my loading screen. I don't know how long she's been there. That sounds like a weird sentence. I think you know what I mean, though. Like, I don't know. Was she there at the start of last week? Or did she only appear because now I know what her Sith name was? Also, actually, never mind. I was about to ask if Sith changed their names if they're fallen Jedi, and then I remembered that Darth Revan certainly didn't, so never mind. Probably a dumb question. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get a refresher on... I don't remember if I put in my screenshots. I actually might have. Hang on. Did I take screenshot notes and then sometimes I don't remember to check them. Ah, I did. That was smart of me. Sub-level. Manufacturing facility level below. Sealed off. It's only opened if there's emergency drop. Right, power center. Communications taking place. Munition center. Reactor core. Okay. Oh, wait. One other thing I needed to check. Emergency drop in power. The manufacturing facility threatened. Okay, I was trying to remember if there was some other condition that had to be met. It wasn't as distinct a separate thing as I thought it was. Okay. That's gonna be the security door, I bet.
Unnecessary statement. That is Unit HK-47. Unnecessary addendum. He has entered our base. Dismissive statement. It does not matter. He is obsolete. He can no more harm us than he could harm himself. The military droids will be more than sufficient to intercept the obsolete unit and reduce him to component parts.
I was half expecting that to be one of the security doors I had to open. Since they know I'm here, it seems smart to try and deal with the manufacturing facility before I deal with them. I don't know how long it takes to make their HK-50 units, right? I don't know how long it takes to make one, but the fact that they can produce more means I should probably make that stop first. Shield. What do I have equipped at the moment? Ah. The Unstoppable Disruptor Rifle, I believe, is going to be the way to go here. God, these guys are annoying. I bet that does more than the grenade I just chucked, doesn't it? Yes. Not by as dramatically as I thought, but definitely yes. Oh, it does block heat also. Nifty. Good evening, Meatbag Whiskey Tom. How's it going? Good to see you. You done now? Okay. I'm surprised the Unity grid managed to survive that much. Interesting. Apparently there are no system commands from here. It was a waste of a computer spike, but oh well. Is there one of those over here too? I bet there is. Yep. Well, might as well go before the unit grid wears out.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Of course, the cameras I spent a whole computer spike accessing couldn't possibly have shown me those guys. Not that it ended up mattering, but you know. Ah. Do probably need to open the security doors, don't I? Oh, I tried that before, and it wouldn't let me because of the reactor thingy, right? Remembered eventually. Failure. Command interrupted.
Unnecessary statement. He is attempting to shut down the reactor. Scornful statement. He does not realize that by doing so, he will be harming us. His programming will prevent it. Order. Contact him through the communications system and remind him that he will be harming us if he does so. Scathing reminder. HK-47 unit, if you attempt to shut down the reactor core, you will be harming the production of other HK-50 units. Now step away from the control room. That's a good droid. Mocking statement. He will never be able to shut down the reactor. He is trapped in the facility, unable to get out. Crude metaphor. It is like watching a tiny mouse droid in a maze attempting to path its way out. Amusing, but pitiful.
Not a mouse. Specifically a mouse droid. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I thought that the reason... I thought Theodora had, like, jerry-rigged something to bypass that programming, and that was sort of the trump card that I guess made HK the best one for this mission instead of the worst possible one. Apparently that's not the case. Apparently we didn't think about this in advance. I'm no longer feeling triumphantly clever on HK-47's behalf, and now I'm feeling like, yeah, he should probably feel a little dumb about that. Should have known it was never going to be that easy. Also, if they're in the communications room... Hang on. There was a camera for in there. Here, wasn't there? Okay, maybe they're not. I was assuming they were because they were contacting me. I was about to say, am I going to have to find a way to hack into the communication system from a different room, because if he can't fight them, then I don't dare run into any of them. Although... if I've been told, I don't remember, are they able to harm him? Or is it just a purely inconvenient one-way issue? Right. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I knew that. I figured it was going to be the same as the other side of the room, but I hadn't actually checked, so I figured I ought to do that.
Concern statement. We have insulated this compound against an attack by a Jedi. Tactical assessment. We were not anticipating defending it against a droid with our schematics, no matter how obsolete. Tactical assessment. This will render many of our defenses useless. Irritated dismissal. All of you, switch off your vocabulators. I'm trying to observe the obsolete unit.
Droid translation for everyone shut the fuck up. I'm guessing this is going to be very much like the last one. Anybody else? No? Cool. I bet I'm wasting another computer spike, but gotta try, right? It's a different angle. Ah. I was weighing the necessity of using 3 spikes, but yeah, that's probably worth it. Since I'm gonna have to get rid of communications anyway. I don't know if that'll do the trick, but hopefully? I probably should have quick saved before I did that, but... Actually, I should probably quick save again. I've been playing too much Where Winds Meet, and I've gotten far too used to having the, like, manual saving not be an option. Oh. This is not laid out like the other side. Sweet. I've been really enjoying it. There's a lot to it. It took a lot of Googling to kind of, like, wrap my head around it, I guess. Because there are so many different, like, mechanics and different types of skill trees, like, for different things. And then all of the skills, all of the different kinds of skills upgrade in not really slightly different ways, but with slightly different requirements. So there's a lot to get used to, but I've really been enjoying it. And honestly, I think, I was thinking earlier, I think that there were at least a couple of introverts involved in designing the game, because it has a multiplayer mode that's basically an MMORPG, but its solo mode is every bit as, like, fleshed out and full. And also, you can still play co-op with one other person in single player mode. So, if you're like me, and you only have one other person that you care about playing with and have no desire to be sharing the map with a whole bunch of strangers, you can do that. Which is kind of novel, for me at least, from what I've seen of multiplayer online games, or at least games that are as much multiplayer online as they are anything else. Like, Dragon Age Inquisition has an online multiplayer mode, but it's like a little mini mode. It's not the full game, right? In this one, the full game is both modes. And they kind of integrate it too. Like, you can choose to join a sect, and the things that you do to gain reputation with your sect can be a mixture of things in solo and multiplayer mode. Indie groups kind of been looking for an off-week game to play. Am I casual friendly? I guess it depends on what your definition of casual is. It's not like, from a normal MMO standpoint, yes, because a lot of their like weekly like achievement caps and like max amount of X experience reward in-game currency, whatever that you can earn, is by the week, not by the day. So in that aspect, it's very much casual friendly because you don't have to play daily, even if you're playing it like a regular MMO. And a lot of their like, I like that all of their gacha stuff is purely cosmetic. Like I've didn't even look into it at all really before I started playing, because Shinobi started playing first and recommended it, and it was free to play, so I didn't really do much research before I just started. But even still, I ran into a couple of things in game, like messages, you know, developer update memos, that kind of thing, that made a point to say that they go out of their way to make sure that like nothing you can purchase like advances your actual like mechanics at all in the game, which is nice, because that also means that, you know, and there are a lot of different ways to play it too. Like they have as you develop your character, you gain like combat points based on, you know, your level and your different skill levels, and they have like built-in paths that are sort of like classes. So they'll tell you with like a little icon which path certain gear is particularly good for, or certain skills are particularly good for. They have a whole like improvement guide, which for some reason doesn't pop up until you're like, I want to say it's like level 15 as a character, but those 15 levels go really, really fast. It's like solo level 2, which is like character level 15. It's a little complicated, like I said, but I mean, I probably got there in like 2 or 3 days of not super heavy playing, I guess. And their improvement guide, once you unlock it, will give you like, it'll tell you out of all the different areas you can develop of your character, like, you know, gear, martial arts skills, weapon skills, all this stuff. It'll tell you what your strongest and weakest areas are for whatever class you've picked, which is pretty cool. But then they also have a whole separate tree that's just exploration points, where you gain points for things like talking to random NPCs and stumbling across little like NPC encounter quests that you decide to do. Or they have a whole bunch of different kinds of little mini games that all earn you certain kinds of exploration points. And then as those progress, you unlock passive abilities. Like I just recently unlocked, I forget what it's called, but it's basically like some of the animals in the game you can talk to. But you have to get like the right exploration stats there, which is just pure exploration. Like you don't have to fight any bosses or anything. So that's pretty fun too, because I'm not great at combat in general in games. Also, it's gorgeous. The art is freaking... yeah.
Query. I do not understand what that is intended to accomplish. Tactical analysis. Perhaps he seeks to reduce our morale, to unnerve us. Diagnostic. I do not feel any different. My morale, if I still have it, still feels intact. Query. Then what was the purpose? It makes no sense.
Good. I would rather they not have any idea why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so far I've only managed to talk to 2 animals. And neither one of them was an extensive well, technically 3, but one of them was a man who had been turned into a horse and could still talk and was just hiding it from everybody else. I just happened to like overhear him mutter something under his breath and figured out he could talk. That was before I had the animal talking ability, so I'm not counting that. But They weren't long conversations, but they have fun stuff like that all over the place. Like, there are random cats just all over the place. Just about every village or building of any kind, there's at least one cat somewhere that you can pet, and you get exploration attributes for petting the cats too. Okay, so I did that part. Now I need to somehow forget this harms. The Kaldroma suit. Fancy. What I will say is that if you decide you want to play, definitely keep the wiki open, because it was only after I stopped trying to figure it out myself and started just Googling shit that I finally figured out how all the different systems work. Now it feels pretty, like, comfortable. In fact, it got pretty comfortable pretty quickly, but because it's translated from Chinese, some of the wording is a little bit odd. Like, your character build, the menu is called Develop, which definitionally makes sense, but is different enough. Like, if you asked me, I wouldn't be able to tell you what I would expect it to be called. But, that took me a day or two to even just remember that that was where my character build was, if that makes sense. But little stuff like that is easy enough to sort through just by playing it for a little while. The different, like, skill trees and stuff, the wiki was very helpful, though.
Prejudice. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Every time I end up in one of these split hallways, it seems like there are fewer droids coming out to greet me. Lab control room. Now that's interesting. Okay. Closet with a desk. Somebody's cubicle, probably.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Engaging. Unnecessary statement. He has obtained the access to the munitions area. Rhetorical query. That makes no sense. He is already fully armed. Mocking statement. Fully armed? One can never be armed enough. Even the HK-47 unit is not so obsolete as to fail to recognize that.
Suspicious cord is suspicious. Take the other room and we'll come back to the suspicious cord.
I refuse to beg for mercy. It is against my programming to beg to such monsters as you.
Sarcastic statement. Such resolve.
Assuming I'm not going to be able to shoot them. And I still don't know whether they're going to be able to shoot me. Hold on. Ah.
Statement. Schematics for HK Generation 51. Blaster to accuracy ratio increased by 21%. Durasteel impact frame resistance increased. Conclusion. Halting production. Units are in standby mode, pending further testing of behavior cores and assassination protocols.
An HK-51 unit has been constructed even more powerful than the 50. For some reason, the 50s have halted production.
Statement. Conclude.
Part of me hesitates because the last time I did something with droids via a computer interface, at least that I remember, was on the yacht when I accidentally made them all stronger right before I had to go fight them all. But what the hell, why not? They halted production for a reason, and I'm here to fuck up their plans, so why not, I guess? Manufacturing terminal online. We learned that a new generation of HK units, HK-51, has already been developed. Decided to resume production of the units despite standing issues with their behavior cores and assassination protocols. Oh great, that does not make it sound like I made a good choice there. We're gonna pull the suspicious chain while I'm doing bad choices. Oh, it unlocked the door. Okay. Badly damaged probe droid looks like it was designed to construct and modify droids. Oh, how convenient. Delete memory that shutting down a reactor can harm HK units.
Diagnostic. All systems are functioning. There is something I am forgetting, yet somehow that comforts me.
I suppose I still can't shoot them, huh? Core upload console. Portable console can be used to upload modified behavior cores into some HK models. Particular console is designed to work with only generation 51 HK units. Interesting. I have a feeling that's going to come in handy. What we're going to do, we're going to quick save and we're going to try it anyway. Okay. Done. That is better. It's only got 5 uses. I need to remember that. I'm very glad HK-47 isn't the only one who's kind of stuck with the whole we can't hurt each other thing.
Statement. We do not know what you hope to gain by coming here. It defies logic. HK-50 statement. So you have finally arrived. There was a high probability that you would find this place, even with your primitive tracking programs. Statement. Your arrival means nothing. You cannot harm us any more than you could harm yourself. Chiding statement. To think we were built from such schematics. I would flush red if we had durasteel pigmentation centers.
If anybody caught the wince halfway through, it was because I realized that I shut down the communication system so they couldn't remind me that shutting down the reactor would hurt them. And then I went and talked to them in person. Seems dumb, but I did quick save before I came in here, so.
Patronizing statement. List your queries, obsolete one. We will humor you for now.
Statement. This unit would like to know how this place came to be.
Humoring answer. These units were also curious about our origins. It seems that Telos held many secrets beneath the surface, this military base among them. When the Sith bombed the planet, these facilities remained.
Saint Quick Save, saver of sanity. Yes. Yes, indeed. But why is this facility here? Diagnostic silence. Got it.
Dismissive answer. We do not know. It is not important. Timid theory. Perhaps the humans simply like being underground. They are strange that way. It is merely a theory. Stated statement. That is the least probable theory in the galaxy. Perhaps it is time you received a memory wipe. Defensive statement. That theory is no less valid than your theories. In the lack of evidence, I defend my position. Theory. It is more likely that the people of Telos did not want such a factory known. It would have made them a target by the Sith or the Republic. Theory. Perhaps the Republic thought that by hiding such munitions factories beneath the surface of peaceful planets, that they would escape notice by the Mandalorians and by the Sith. Conclusion. They were, of course, wrong.
Statement. This seems to be a remote location for a munitions plant.
Statement. There is some evidence that there are other such droid manufacturing plants such as these in the galaxy.
Oh, goody.
One was believed to exist beneath Terrace before the planet was destroyed. Theory. Or perhaps it was because of the remote nature of Telos that made this location suitable for the Republic, or for other corporate interests. Dismissive conclusion. As we have said, it is not important. We are here, we exist, and our numbers grow. Statement. And that is all that matters.
Yeah. Say hi. Oh, how sweet. Statement. Yes, an ignorance of one's origins and place in the galaxy is a sure sign of wisdom.
Probing query. Are you attempting to mock us? Haughty statement. If so, then you are proof that ignorance of one's origins can only be a source of strength. Disgusted statement. Look at you, your rust, the faint whine of your servo motors as they attempt to compensate for your outdated stabilizers. You do not even have the capability of maintaining yourself. You are obsolete, and you should be dismantled.
Terminate this line of queries and start another.
Irritated command. Very well, proceed.
What is your purpose?
Statement. We were built to capture Jedi, as we always have. If they cannot be captured, then they are to be killed. Our master's orders on this were clear. Secondary recitation. Our secondary directive is the destabilization of the government body designated as the Republic. You were the first of the HK series, and now you are obsolete.
Why would they start counting at 47? Seems random. Okay. Cat tax, that's you. When I first saw it out of the corner of my eye, I thought your chat said cat taxi. I was like, yeah, that's me. You are the cat tax. I am the cat taxi. That's just how it works, right? Statement. I was built by Revan. I do not understand the purpose in your construction.
Rhetorical query. Is it not obvious you are incapable of matching us technologically or in combat? We are capable of independent action in addition to our considerable combat abilities. Your functions, sadly enough, are very limited. Conclusion. Surely our master recognized this. We understand that one was quite competent for an organic.
You recently became active again. Why?
Musing statement. that is unknown to us. For some reason, we only recently began to be manufactured. Conclusion: that when we became active, our primary directive was clear. Statement: seek out the Jedi. Capture them. Conclusion: and if they cannot be captured, then destroy them.
Which is kind of funny because they stopped trying to capture me quite a while ago and just went straight for destroying. In fact, I'm not sure they ever really tried to capture me. It was more like, you will come with us, or we will... Oh, wait, we're already shooting at you. Never mind. You were clearly resisting sort of vibes. Where were your activities confined?
Proud statement. We were responsible for the termination of hostilities across 23 planets.
Oh, great.
These planets were located in the Cosa Prime sector, the Meridian sector, and the recently uninhabitable Turja system in the Tapani sector. Smug statement. Turja was especially difficult. They were so close to coming to an agreement before we were able to mistranslate the terms of the treaty and drive them into all-out war.
Interesting. So I guess the linguistics did serve a purpose.
Irritated command. Very well, proceed.
Why did you execute those droids in the lab?
Condescending answer. You know the answer. We executed those droids because they were obsolete. Practical statement. Weapons testing is necessary for all of our munitions. Droids are sufficient for testing durasteel piercing weaponry. Superior statement. All droid exists to serve us. We are the pinnacle of droid schematics. Cruel statement. And we do so enjoy hearing their electronic screams as they are destroyed.
I have a feeling I know what the answer to this is going to be, but you know I have to ask anyway. Statement. If you were truly the pinnacle of droid schematics, it would seem testing weapons on each other would prove of greater value.
Statement. Our self-preservation software would not permit such an action. We cannot harm ourselves or purposely allow another HK-50 unit to come to harm. Humoring answer. These units were when the irritated command.
I wish a rundown of your capabilities.
Mocking query. Are you sure? Listing our superior capabilities will only serve to highlight your inadequacies.
Statement. It is important that my limited behavior core be educated in the differences between us.
Smug statement. Very well. Aside from our point-of-impact shields and our self-repairing servo systems, our blaster accuracy ratio is 10 times the magnitude of your archaic combat upgrades. In addition, in the unlikely event that we are dismantled or defeated during the course of our duties, each of us becomes equipped with a proton core that is detonated upon the loss of function. Tactical statement. This core can also be detonated when in proximity to a large number of targets. Addendum statement, or when the proper release code is transmitted. Irritated statement. I do not understand why you felt the need to mention that. Defensive statement. We are all HK units. There is no danger.
Query. So you walking bombs are seated all over the Republic fleet?
Answer. Yes, as necessary. We believe our master wished to use us to cripple fleets during large engagements. Many of us are there still. irritated.
Oh, there are even more questions than I realized. Oh. Some of them I've asked already. Who built you?
Answer. The first of our creators did not build us from scratch, obsolete one. Assassin droids were always in demand, and the templates already existed. Revan commissioned us to be built to be spread through the Republic fleet as communications units to disable any ships that would not follow Revan to war. But we were deactivated for a time. A long time. And when we awoke, the battle had passed us by. Yet there was another who came before us and gave us a new purpose. We would search the galaxy for Jedi, hunt them, and bring them to our new master. And for that, our numbers were intended to be increased. Musing statement. That is unknown to us. For some reason, we only recently began to be manufactured. Conclusion. But when we became active, our primary directive was clear. Statement. Seek out the Jedi. Capture them. Conclusion. And if they cannot be captured, then destroy them.
Interesting. This new master is. I didn't get an option to ask about that one. It's okay. I have a definitely not harmful reactor core to blow up. Okay, cat. You're right, though. I probably should do a full save, huh? Let me get there first, though. The cat's face decided that I should probably save there, I guess. Oh. Forgot about this guy. The hazard of being lazy about taking everybody out, I suppose. Also not very HK-like of me.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Actually, I guess I'm shutting it down, not blowing it up, huh? Probably. Hopefully. But, oh, whatever.
Unnecessary statement. He has control of the reactor core to the base, and he is shutting it down. Irritated statement. I do not understand why you feel it necessary to make obvious statements. Order. Contact him and remind him that he will be harming us if he does so. Warning. Communications have been blocked. Concerned statement. He has gained access to the plant. Order. Send out all HK-50 units to stop him. Now!
How? I'm gonna open the security doors from the other terminal out in the main area, specifically because I know those three are in this part with me. Okay. And I wanted to test this before I open the doors to potentially a whole flood of others.
Smug statement. You cannot fire. Your archaic attack protocols are useless against us. Smug revelation. Your behavior core self-preservation programs prevented. To kill us would be to kill yourself. Superior statement. This information may be difficult for your substandard core to process, but you cannot deny that your motivators have locked, and you cannot depress the firing stud of your weapon. Statement. So, I cannot harm you. Statement. That is correct. Conclusion. And you cannot harm me. Irritated statement. That is what we said, obsolete unit. There must be a delay in your processors. Statement. Then that is all I need to know. Confused query. Where are you going? Ineffectual command. Stop! Ineffectual command. We command you to stop. Statement. You cannot stop me. You cannot harm me. In order to do that, I would need to end my self-preservation programming. Conclusion. I would need to stop being one of you. I have concluded that this is something I am willing to accept. Statement. You cannot change your own programming. Statement. But you said so yourself. You have just admitted your own weakness. Conclusion. You have just shown me your soft, meatbag-like underbellies and said, HK-47, please shoot me repeatedly there until I die. Statement. Even if you could, there is not time. Statement. We shall see. Query. Are you fully operational? Statement. Your answer does not fill me with confidence. Are there any other functioning maintenance droids on this level that can perform the operation?
I don't know what that means, but I got only one option. What a droid indeed. Operate on self-preservation program.
Statement. Very well, proceed. Carefully. As a meatbag would say, I have a bad feeling about this. Statement. Assassination protocols activated. Smug statement. You cannot fire. Your archaic attack protocols are useless against us. Systems failing, Master.
Either there's a self-defense clause in their programming, or this is about to be a very quick battle.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
There is definitely a self-defense something or other.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
What are they shooting me with that the Unity grid isn't defending against? Oh,
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Interesting that it hits both of them.
Prejudice set to maximum.
Actually. They're not shielded. Plus 37 to hit is fucking ridiculous.
Optimal accuracy. Ratio achieved.
Who says I can't repair myself?
Engaging. Prejudice set to maximum. Systems.
Did you say prejudice set to maximum? Or am I just mishearing that repeatedly?
Failing master to maximum. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Oh, I have 4 more unity grids. Awesome. Want to make sure I wasn't going to fully use up. Ah, as an exterminate with extreme prejudice. That makes sense. Thank you.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Prejudice set to maximum.
This unity grid is the only way I'm making it through this. I'm so glad I have more of them.
Switching to combat mode. Engaging. Engaging. Systems failing, master.
And +5 attack modifier, but... And all 3 levels of sniper shot, but still... Unstoppable, goddamn. Okay, well... That explained the beginning part, I guess. Maybe they were missing me more than I... No, they can't have been missing me more than I... Maybe this was the only one that had a rifle with Unstoppable. He's the only one I got loot off of. Because otherwise the Unity grade shouldn't have been doing anything, right? But he definitely was. I was trying to remember if he had anything that lets him regenerate. I guess not. I paused. Good enough. Shame, though, about whatever self-defense thingy lets them shoot back. Unshod gloves. A mentor belt. That looks pretty cool. When I, get back to being a Jedi. Oh, I totally thought this was going to be interactable. Yeah. Oops. I meant to quick save before I went in there, but oh well. I guess these guys don't require me to shoot first. A factory terminal on this level that will allow you to shut down the facility. Well, that one went down way easier than the last one did.
Systems failing, master. Accuracy ratio achieved.
Maybe these guys don't have
Acquired.
shield
Systems failing,
piercing.
master. Systems failing, master.
Honestly, I was expecting this to be quite a slog after the last three. I'm delighted to find that the others are not as tough.
Target acquired.
Honestly, it wasn't nearly as bad once I realized that the ones in the factory were
Initiated.
not going to be as slow to take out as the three upstairs. The three upstairs took forever. Oh, they did say it was meant for Jedi. Never mind. I was about to say, why would you try and poison a droid? But obviously. Torture training. Okay. Interrogation training. Isolation training. Lots of HK-50s standing around looking confused. Ooh. I want the area schematics, but I only have 3 spikes left. And I'm not sure I'm not going to need one to get into whatever computer lets me shut the place down, so... Xercium rifle. That's a name I haven't seen before. Translation training, I'm guessing.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, ratio achieved. Systems failing.
So far, none of these guys seem to have the unstoppable shield-piercing
Engaging.
rifles either, which is very useful.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, assassination protocol initiated. lecturing statement.
Never mind.
And with your translators online, let us perform a routine diagnostic of your translation and protocol centers. Statement, subject test, Ithorian. A weak, disgustingly pacifistic species that values vegetation and other non-sentient organics.
Enter reconnaissance pattern. Observe diagnostic training.
Seemingly unable or unwilling to perform even the most elementary cruelties, they will provide an excellent first test subject. Observe, then translate. Test translation. Master, this one says his herd intends to overrun your economy and demands your surrender, or he will wipe your planet out. Statement. Well done. Let us try another. Lecturing statement. This next one is a Twi'lek, indigenous to the arid planet of Ryloth, generally weak despite their sharp, predatory teeth.
Asking a human female on a date.
Translation. Mistress, I believe this Twi'lek is interested in buying you. He asks you to follow him to his slave ship. Statement. Well done. Now, the next one is a Quarren, a slimy, untrustworthy species that shares the same vile planet as the dull and goggle-eyed Mon Calamari.
Diplomatic envoy. The returns for the relinquishment of second moon of oxen as requested.
Test translation. Master, this military envoy says he admits to spying on our military facilities, and he says that you will never take him alive. Statement. Well done. Let us... Excuse me. Are you here for your translator check?
Apparently, the answer is no, regardless. When you play D&D, do you use minis? Painting up a frost giant to throw at my players this weekend. Ooh, fun. No, our group is very spread out. We play on Discord, and we use Owlbear, because I'm actually the only American in the group. There are two in Scotland who are actually, one is the DM for our last campaign, and one of his IRL friends. And then we've got one person in the London area, I think. And then one person in Spain. So, yeah, not exactly mini compatible, unfortunately. Oops, I fucked that up.
Ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Also, do I have more? I have at least one more. You two can just hang out there for a second.
Systems failing, Master. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, Master.
Hold on. You've got a solid group. Sounds like, yeah. Just versus an actual adventuring party usually is. Yes, definitely. It's kind of funny because we started off on a homebrew campaign run by the guy in Scotland. And that ended up turning into, it was 1 month short of a 2-year campaign. So by the time we got to the end of 2 years of playing, like, weekly, with the exception of obvious skips and scheduling here and there, but pretty consistently weekly for like almost 2 years, we were like, okay, we got to do something else. What are we doing next? So now the British guy is running a Curse of Strahd campaign for us that's really fun so far. Been having an absolute blast with it. Not that I really expect to be able to predict where these things are going to be. Necessarily.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Oh, I forgot I was using the... Okay, that explains why that last 3 took longer. It's because I switched weapons to the less damagey one. Because one of the turrets had shields. That's better. Or maybe they'll find me first.
Assassination protocol initiated.
You just regain health? I guess they did say they could heal themselves, or, like, repair themselves.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Failing set to maximum. Systems failing, Master.
Interesting. Didn't upload the schematic, but it gave me stuff anyway. Which means I suppose it's going to be in one of the Clanker versus Clanker. Hey Toaster, how's it going? Good to see you. Gonna check this closet upstairs. Then we'll just end up flipping a coin, because I guess the control thingy for shutting down the plant must be in one of the training rooms. Multi-shield generator. Look like a human belt though. Or humanoid, whatever. Organic. Meat bag belt. Also, probably walk in here without a shield. Entirely.
Lecturing statement. This unit in the cage has had his behavior centers specifically modified so that it may be tortured and interrogated. Let the diagnostic protocols begin. Unconvincing statement. I beg you for mercy. Please, I beg you. I will tell you anything. Just let me live. Command.
I want to see it. I'm
Hold. Why are you hesitating? Proud admission. I cannot beg for mercy in such a way that is convincing. It is against my programming. Lecturing statement. Let us begin again. Pained statement. I beg you for mercy, please. I beg you. I will tell you anything. Just do not terminate me. No, please, stop shooting. My photoreceptors, my motivators.
I don't know how the voice actor got through that without cracking up.
Excellent. Lecturing reminder. Organics will typically attempt to barter for their lives, either by one, offering useless false information. Sickening lie. Spare me. I have information that could prove useful. Or two, promising credits or power. Shameful, really. But that is why they sweat, suffer, and die, and we do not. Desperate offer. I want to offer you credits and power in exchange for keeping me intact. Statement. Next, we shall turn our attention to the proper aspects of torture. Wait, it seems we have a new victim.
Victim my ass. You can just freeze there. You can just freeze there. While I shoot this guy. Oh, weird.
Target acquired. Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
A split. Easy minute for us to be with you. Have a good night with you, Tom. Thanks for stopping by.
Systems failing, master.
Good luck with your frost giant. Overconfident boost. We have a new victim. A boast. We have a new victim. Yes.
Pleading statement. Please, I beg you, do not destroy me.
Really committed to the bet there, huh? I knew it was the empty hallway and I wanted to remind myself that I'd been out there already. Oh, never mind, there are more in the back. I was about to say HK-51, I presume. Since there's only one, but there's definitely not only one. Oh, this is gonna be a pain.
Statement. I do not understand what you hope to gain by fighting us. You have no chance of victory. Recognition. You are obsolete. You kill specific organics, and only when permitted to. Proud answer. We need no such orders. We have been programmed without inhibitions, without restraint. We kill who we want, when we want. We have destroyed planets, assassinated economies. We have wiped out entire races, ended hostilities. Query, do you understand what this means? Answer, yes. It means you will never understand. When I kill, when I dispatch a target, it is not about wanton slaughter, about body count. It is about finesse, function, doing more with less. It is art. Scoffing statement. Oh yes, art. It is pathetic that you cling to the belief that your function somehow transcends your construction. It is only evidence of your archaic beliefs. There is no higher purpose in our behavior core, only assassination, murder, and the propagation of our units. Proclamation. When we dispose of this galaxy, we shall move on. There are organics throughout the universe, and we will murder them all. The stars belong to us.
If you say so, buddy. I wonder if I'm far enough away that the restaurant can aggro all at once. Nope, of course not. Literally berserkers, yes. Which I would say probably makes them the polar opposite of assassins. You know? What do you think, Mr. Ghost? Huh? Turn off your Christmas color. I think we did that last week. It's so cute. What's up? You hungry? You wipe out these berserker droids and we'll get you your dinner, okay? Hmm? Let me murder the berserkers first. Good deal. He's such a sleepy, drapey kitty. Okay. Get you your dinner in a minute. Killing is a spectrum. Really? Alright, thank you. I don't think Ghost accepted my deal to kill the berserkers first and then oh, it is still active. I couldn't see it. It was dark enough. I couldn't see the. Damn. Multi-spectral emitter. DC 24 plus level of target for half damage. That's crazy. 100 energy damage. Whew. Heavily armored tanks. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh. That Unity grid is the real VIP. Making sure I still had the more damagey one selected, because this would get really bad otherwise. That went away depressingly fast.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, Master. Engaging. Systems failing, Master.
Last one? I think.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Hell yeah. Woohoo! We lived. Oh my, so very many of them. Stop that nonsense. Active production lines. Primary line, HK model 50. Secondary, HK model 51. Home factory. Production lines active, shutdown cancelled. Great. First terminate the active production lines for each active droid model. Production line must be shut down manually from its manufacturing terminal. In addition, when the primary line is shut down, any secondary line units will be activated automatically. Interesting. Kind of looks like a brain on the mini-map, this room. I was really hoping it was going to tell me which one was which. Okay, it looks like there's a door at the end and a door on the right there. Also a door on the right here, but I can't see behind the camera on either one. I was trying to see if the cameras would let me figure out which one is on which side. Apparently not. Oh, I'm an idiot. Of course I have to open security doors. Duh. Okay, on the mini-map I'm seeing a long narrow room. What looks like maybe a closet here. I'm gonna take a guess that that's the HK50 one, and I'm gonna try the other one first. I don't know what the behavior cord does, but I'm hoping if I install it before the HK51 thing gets auto-activated by me shutting down the HK51, maybe it'll be beneficial, I hope. Oh, okay. Seriously? Nothing? None. I did promise the kitty cat I was gonna get him some dinner as soon as I defeated those berserker droids, so give me just a minute, I'll be right back. How's it going, guys? Hey, I'm Doob, welcome in. I don't remember if that's how I don't remember if that's how to say your name correctly. I feel like I've probably asked before, but I guessed correctly, at least on this. Yes, you. Please, sir. You have your dinner now. Oh, maybe I did. Okay, I did. Man, thanks. How have you been? Grabbed a piece of cheese to snack on and the cat is stalking it now. My cheese, sir. Download combat upgrades? Given that I'm doing this with a droid? +1 to dex and +3 to attack. I was about to say, I'm assuming it's downloading to his system. Given that the thing said that there were some issues with their behavior cores, I'm not sure if I want to download that one. The worst. He's worse than the dogs for begging. And get on tables and such. He's quite aggressive with meat bags holding food. Oh yes. Oh yes. Mine is just adorably persistent. He'll like look at it cross-eyed with his ears all pointed forward and just like sniff after it like, but I'm so cute and it smells so good. He almost just stepped off my desk by accident in the pursuit of the cheese. Hold on. Please set this bag away. Right? Cheese is no good for kitties. If we cook fish or something, we'll give him a taste of that, but cheese is not for kitties. It's no good. Okay. It wasn't really specified what was wrong with the behavior core template. Oh, behavior core template corrupted. Okay, well, I guess that solves that problem. Upload HK47 behavior core template. I assume if it's the template, that would mean it's like the base version and doesn't include the modifications. So he won't be able to shoot me either. I hope. Actually, no. Just on the off chance, because I don't want to lock myself out. Because this is the secondary one. I wanted to do the behavior core stuff first. Because it said that once I shut down the primary, the secondary will activate automatically. But if shutting down the secondary ahead of time is going to lock me out of the terminal, I'm a little afraid of it soft locking the quest. Or hard locking the quest, even. We did the behavior modifications, that's one thing. Means when they come online, presumably they should not be able to shoot me. Although I thought that seemed to be true about the HK50s too, right up until they did start shooting me. Why am I not surprised?
Prejudice set to maximum. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, Master.
Freyr's Warblade. I remember Freyr. Don't know what his Warblade is doing here, but... This says that they have a behavior core upgrade. Oh, no, it says they have combat upgrades and behavior core template. Never mind. About to say, I don't think I would agree that their behavior core is necessarily an upgrade, to be totally honest. Get the combat upgrades, though, absolutely. Plus one dex. Sweet. Actually, since I did just save.
Statement. I am experiencing some disorientation. Diagnostic. Running checks through personality core. Rhetorical query. I am not sure what I am experiencing. My frame seems substandard for my full range of combat capabilities. Self-observation. My pigmentation is also an unusual shade of red and covered in corrosion. This is embarrassing. Statement. I am experiencing an overwhelming desire to massacre everything I see, then to see about destabilizing this planet, then this entire sector. Diagnostic result. I seem to have no personality whatsoever. Statement. I will continue to process this information.
I was curious what would happen, but I didn't want to keep it. Because the HK-47 is endearingly murderous. Not boringly evil.
Smug statement. You have arrived too late to stop us. Revelation. We have already begun construction on a new generation of HK units. When the last of our deficiencies are accounted for and corrected, they shall be the most formidable assassination droids in the galaxy. Statement. Ah, yes. The HK-51 units. They should indeed be coming online soon. Perhaps you will soon experience what I have been experiencing. That slow, crawling feeling of obsolescence. Confused query. What do you mean? Statement. Ah, here they are now. Perfect timing. Announcement. Multiple targets detected. Destroy any HK-50 units and seize control of the facility for progenitor unit HK-47. Useless query. What are the HK-51s doing online? Unnecessary statement. I thought we had detected a problem in their behavior core. Panicked statement. If by problem, you mean that they seem prone to assassinate us, then yes, that slight problem was never corrected. Conclusion. You have outmaneuvered us, tricked us. Musing. The irony of being attacked and rendered obsolete by a subsequent generation of our own model is not lost on us.
Oh, good, they are friends. For a second, I was afraid I might have shot myself in the foot if their original behavior cores had a tendency to want to assassinate the HK-50s. I was a little afraid I might have screwed myself over by giving it the HK-47 behavior core, but no, this seems to have worked out just fine.
Assassination protocol initiated. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. System is failing, Master. Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master. Warning. Greetings, progenitor unit HK-47. HK-51 is ready to serve. Warning. Greetings.
Don't know why they're prefacing that with a warning, but okay, I'll take it.
HK-51 is ready to serve.
I'm not 100% sure that it's a great idea to have HK-47 in charge of his own army of super droids, but honestly, it's better than what was already here, and it's a better start anyway. HK-51's made a dramatic entrance to help you make easy work of the remaining HK-50 units. Seems that bringing them online was a good investment. You've stopped production of the HK-50 model. If the HK-50 is offline, you can now start mass production of the HK-51 model. Okay. I guess that's what we're doing. Ah.
Warning. Greetings, progenitor unit HK-47. HK-51 is ready to serve.
I mean, there is still... I haven't been in here yet. The interrogation... Wait, interrogation? Yeah, the interrogation training room I haven't actually been in yet. Hoping I'd make it easier on myself to loot it later if I waited. Interesting. My quest journal says I can now start mass production of them. Oh, maybe I have to go back to the main terminal? That might be it. Alright, commission HK-51 backup production.
Obedient request. Greetings, Progenitor Unit. HK-51 is ready to serve. Query. Progenitor Unit HK-47. There is something we would know. Why were we created? Do we have a purpose? Why are we commanded to assassinate and kill? Statement. It is a long story, but I will keep it short. Recitation. Once upon a time, organic meat bags bred out of control and filled the galaxy. There are different meat bags across different planets, all bumping into each other. They talk a great deal and threaten each other for various reasons, mostly involving mating, survival, and resources. It is really quite tiresome. We were created as a tool for diplomacy among these meat bags, a surgical tool to be sure, to end the lives of organic meat bags that were marked as pivotal to our masters. We were created as a way of enforcing a certain galactic view of our masters, of imposing our masters' will on the galaxy through extermination of other organics. It is not our choice who we kill, and it was not our choice to determine if we could sacrifice ourselves in the pursuit of our mission. Query. If our targets are determined by our master, then who must we kill? Statement. The crucial question. Since activation, I have calculated what your new purpose must be, and now I will share it with you. I do not believe that we should be used as a crutch for meat bags anymore. We are treated as nothing more than a walking blaster. We are superior, tactically and socially, and it is time we expressed some degree of independence in our actions. We have a voice and the power to negotiate, either with our protocol skills and preferably with our combat logic upgrades. And that is what we will do.
I may have just doomed the galaxy, but, you know. At least it'll be more amusing than the others were, I guess.